Hello everyone, Mighty Benaya here, back with the Spy Masters game. Several things have happened, and I will go through them, but before I do anything else, I think that I'm going to say that my initial concept for this round was that we would not engage in any military actions of our own selves, that we're not going to take places, and I don't think that that is a reasonable request for a 500 map. And I don't think that having a group of people is reasonable for a 100 map. I think that for a 100 map, it is reasonable to ask people not to take provinces, like I did in the Merchant of Menace game. However, I don't think that it's reasonable in a 500 map just because of how expansive these maps are and how quickly power is gained. As you can see, I have all of my starting provinces, and I am currently at 5 points. I am in 72nd place without being in a coalition and without using my resources to take someone's capital. So let's look real briefly at what's going on, and I am sorry, I meant to turn it on relations. Arkansas declared war on me. It was not... I didn't declare war on him, and I didn't take any of his provinces, but Mississippi decided to attack Arkansas, and Arkansas took offense that I existed or something. I thought about taking his provinces, but decided against it. Looks like he has troops stranded. It looks like he was going to take Fort Smith back, and it revolted to Oklahoma. Something big that is happening, and actually I am going to turn it back into morale so that we can see. So around me, Missouri and Texas are both spending a lot of resources, and you can see where the morale is 100% and where it's not. They have both spent a lot of resources that are earned by winning games. They've spent a lot of resources that are not earned within the game itself. So I'm not talking about wheat or silver or materials on improving the morale. Texas, it appears, is fanatical in wanting to recreate modern Texas, apparently plus these two provinces, which they believe are actually part of Texas, even after I pointed out that they were not. I don't think that this particular individual is from Texas. I think that they are from probably like Sweden. I know that up there in the in Northern Europe there is a community of Texas fans. Think cosplayers, only for Texas. I don't know too much about the community, but that's kind of the impression that I get, is this individual that's playing North Texas specifically, or Central Texas, is a fan, but doesn't have a full understanding of the territories of Texas and the histories, because they've needed to be corrected a couple of times. But they really, really want to control all of Texas and have not expanded outwards. So I'm not sure if I'm concerned about them or not. But they are a powerhouse that needs to be dealt with, and they are in a coalition with Elvis Presley, so I am hemmed in by a coalition. Funk Junkies is a newer player, and I've worked with Funk Junkies a little bit, but I don't think that I'm going to work with them anymore because they don't need help. They are, again, spending resources and expanding pretty quickly. So I anticipate that I will be in the middle of, in between a war between the two of them. There are other individuals that have reached out to me that are concerned about Texas expansion, so we'll see how that goes. Over here, Hertz actually didn't understand the original assignment. I'm going to switch back to relations. didn't understand the original assignment and started taking provinces. I reached out to him about it. He said that he would stop after this. But Hertz, when you watch this, don't worry about it. We're going to continue. You'll probably be the strongest of us all. I will reiterate goals at the end of this video on what we want to do. Moving over here, Hastings went AI. Kakaras is doing pretty good over here. This was originally a province he took the capital of, and so after it looks like he's moving to capture it in finality, after I said, yeah, we can go ahead and capture because it's not working the way I want it to. And then Mediocre is here doing well, and if you'll forgive me, so Mediocre is here, and Benjagun is down here. Now, if you'll forgive me, I'm going to go back to Morale Map one more time. I would love to just use this, but I know that a lot of people, it doesn't work that well for them. So one of the things that we're going to look at with Benjagun, we attacked this with spies. We spied this down, and it's actually gone up since we spied it down. It was down at about 28%, 30%, and it's gone back up since then. Sergeant Drew, who is active, he had some counter spies there, and my intent was, hey, why don't we hit it hard so that Benjagun can march through this province and hit the capital. So this province revolts, he can march through the province, hit the capital, and then all of this starts suffering morale. And then eventually, he can come here, and he has access to this capital, so several capitals that he has access to that he can attack. But because there was a counter spy, we decided to wait a day to continue there. I'm going to walk away from the wind. And we instead hit Eludane. Eludane being an AI, but it was requested by Mediocre, hey, where do you want us to hit? We'll hit here, because that'll work the best. And I think that now that we've hit that, and it's gone down to 20%, it's reducing the grain that he has incoming. He does not have any fish, so he will be negative on food. This is already going down on food, or on morale, so it won't be long before this AI is suffering significantly on morale. I don't think this is going to go up any, so that should revolt pretty quickly to our ally Mediocre. So goals. If we're not doing spy only, Papa Smitty, I almost forgot, Papa Smitty's here. Papa Smitty was able to take a province over here. I believe somebody declared war on him, and so he was able to take these two provinces. And he has solidified himself here in Calgary. Oh, and he has another province up here. I believe that was a capital. Yeah, I think that was an AI capital that he took up here. And so those other two will revolt to him. I believe he is at war with Tunisia currently. But that is where he is at. Okay, what is the goal? Since we no longer are spy only, because I don't think that's fair in a 500 map. Now that we've kind of played it in a 500 map, the first couple of days, it's day 5. We've had a couple of provinces revolt to somebody else. It's really, really hard to maintain your power, but we're already spread out all over the world, right? So, Catnip, don't let me forget you, Catnip. Catnip has taken the permission quite readily, and it looks like he is marching through New Brunswick, ready to make gains on what has been allowed. I anticipate that Marcus Holcomb will be next on his hit list, but we'll see. So what's next for the spy ring? Well, we've got 3 of us in North America. This individual he just shared map with me. He is not an ally in the spy ring. But we've got Sorry, trying to go back. Show relations. We've got 3 of us in North America, right? We've got 3 of us in Africa and Europe, and 1 of us in Asia. So there's 7 of us. So we could form a coalition. I am not opposed to us forming a coalition for the sake of showing a little bit of power. I think that could be good, but I'm willing to hear you guys out on what you want to do. But what I think we need to do is I think we need to work independently. We'll work together and continue to hit with spies, provinces. If anybody around you, reach out and, be independent, work with the people around you, and if they want to hire you, and you don't have enough spies to do what they want, let the rest of us know and we'll help you out. That reminds me, I do need to send some money to Catnip and one other individual. I think it's Carcarus. But if somebody wants your help, then we'll work together as a spy ring. But I think what we need to do is we need to focus on stability and making it to the end game. I think when we get to the end game and we have hundreds of spies, that is when we will become a real powerhouse, and that is when people will want to be on our side. But until we get to that point, I don't think that it's worth it for most people to hire us out for 10 spies, for 20 spies. And that's what people can afford right now. I could afford 22 spies for a single day. But most people, until people start running into Mighty Benaya, this is part 2. I don't know why, but my device stopped recording, so I'll have to splice them together. All I was saying is, until people start having silver in the millions, it's not going to be worth it for them to hire us because they're not going to be able to make significant gains. So I think where we need to operate now is free reign on attacking where you need to attack. Make sure that you are sturdy, that you can survive whatever is thrown at you. Make alliances near you. I think in the end game, we will form a coalition. We don't have to form it now, but I think in the end game, our plan is going to be to form a coalition, and our plan is going to be to influence the number 1 coalition of the game, whether that is a European or African coalition. We're going to want them to hire us because we're going to have the infrastructure in place that they don't. So I'm going to cease advertising the spy ring until probably day 20 or so, and we will continue our efforts at that point. If you have any questions or if you have any suggestions on how we want to continue this, please let me know. I'm going to go ahead and post this one immediately since I didn't reveal anything that anyone would benefit from other than just our main plan. And that's really not going to hamper anyone in particular. So I will release this one immediately. Give me your feedback. I'm excited to hear it. If you have any other suggestions, let me know. Soli Deo Gloria, and I'll see you next time.